Hey, and thanks for stopping in. I am doing my rear brakes today. I'm doing the drums, shoes, and cylinders. They haven't been too bad, but it's definitely time to do some maintenance on these. I'm really close to being ready as far as mechanically sound. My front axle is leaking again. When I went through and replaced the leaking seal last time, I must have bumped the other side. So now I have to do it all again. So yeah, definitely a lot of frustration with that front axle. But aside from that, I'm gonna do some just fluid service with the differential and the transmission, and then I'm pretty much good. I mean, obviously there's always something to be wrong with these things, but it's just gonna be finishing the body work and painting it, and then I will have my Bronco finished. I had the driver's side yesterday, I'm working on the passenger side now, and something I learned last time was to not take the cylinder off completely before taking off the line. I just loosen the bolts, that way it can be a quick swap out between cylinders. But before, when I took the bolts out, the cylinder was flopping around, that made it harder to take the line off. Good morning, we are back at it today. It's been raining off and on the last few days. I'm hearing thunder rolling in right now and it's really hazy, so I probably don't have too much time, but I'm anxious to get this wrapped up and then I can move on to my tailgate. And once that's done, I can get my new door. I'm doing it on Thursday, and then I can prime and sand and hopefully paint soon. So I'm getting really close, I'm really excited, and I'm hoping to get this wrapped up today. So I'm to the part where I'm putting in the springs. This is on the other side is what killed me because I was trying to use a vice grip and it was too wide and I couldn't quite get the spring in there right. I don't have a needle nose ply. I don't have needle nose locking pliers, so I'm using just a regular needle nose, which it's better for sure than what I was using. When I was doing the other side, I was trying to hold on to both the spring and the clip with the pliers, and I figured out that it's easier to just set the clip on the pin and then just use the pliers for the plate. Oh, poop. Yes. Oh, it's so satisfying when you finally get it. Okay, it's starting to rain. It's such a cool morning. Even though it's raining and it kind of sucks for working on stuff. Look how beautiful this is. it's really coming down. Got you. Ha! Ow! I didn't put the e-brake clamp in. Okay, so something else that Chris and I learned on the other side is I was trying forever to get this bottom spring, and it was so frustrating because you have to hold this clamp in, the cable in, and then the clip, and then the adjuster, and then the spring. And so we learned that it's easier to do the top first and then work your way down. So I got these top 3 springs done. I'm gonna put in my e-brake bracket now, and then we'll get the bottom one, and then we're done. I had to take this spring off to get this e-brake in. So as far as if you do this job, I would suggest putting on the e-brake cable, and then the purple spring, and then your bracket, and then that final top spring. It's nice having these ones in to hold this in place. It's not all wiggling around when you're trying to work. And thankfully, this spring is, I'm sorry, it's the wrong one. The spring that goes right here, the pink one, it is the easiest to put in and out, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so I got the bottom part put together. I'm super excited. The other side took me like 2 days, and it was really frustrating, and it feels really good to be able to put this together relatively quickly. I had to redo that bottom blue spring because I had this adjuster in wrong. I had it sitting on this bracket instead of that one. So I take it apart, which is frustrating, but it's part of it, and now I know. What really helped me with this was getting a Phillips screwdriver and resting it in this hole inside the spring and using it to lever the spring in there. And then once you get it in there, the spring is going to sit kind of crooked and not be right, and you have to like adjust it a little bit so it slaps in. I watched a video before I did this. It was actually a Chris Fix video, which he's awesome, but the one he did is a little bit different, and so it might be nice for people to have a reference for an old Ford truck drum. And it looks like this. So now I'm going to adjust my my adjuster nut here and get my drums turned. Hopefully I can turn them, save me a bunch of money, and then we're done. So I got my drums turned at O'Reilly's. I didn't have a whole lot of confidence in the process because the guy was like, yeah, I think this will be fine, like good enough. You can give them a try. And I was like, well, what do they measure at? And he was like, oh, I don't have the measuring device, but the machine told me it was okay. And so I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to spend $26 just to like test it out. I got new ones at AutoZone, but if I can get them turned, I want to do that and save a ton of money. So this is what they look like turned. He was saying, you can see on the edge there, he couldn't turn it any further because it would wear it down too far, and they're a little bit oval shaped. So I'm gonna throw them on, see how they do. We actually got them for free because I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to pay for those, and I was like, I'm gonna toss them anyways, just take them with you. I think he was sick of us kind of arguing with them. So throw them on and see how they do. I'm gonna adjust the adjuster nut and then see what happens. I've got it to where it feels pretty snug. I'm gonna go a little bit further to seat them and then back it off a little bit. That was totally my own idea. A lot of it all by myself. Nobody helped me.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you can feel where it like is rounder and where it's flatter. Bullshit. So I got it where it feels, it's got a little bit of drag, but not too much. I have to adjust the other side again because we got the drums bored out. So that should conclude my brakes. Thanks for watching and hanging with me on this rainy day. I'll see you next time.